Hello, you inner truth seekers, for your own personal truth to give you some meaning and finding your voice. So, let us begin by card pooling. Hooray! In fact, 2 cards shall suffice today, as I can get it out of the damn box. Yes, perfect. So, pull the shuffle and all that scuffling. Yep. I hope everyone's having a lovely day at least. So, let us see. Pull from wherever. There's that. And there's that. Lovely. So, we have this one, which, as you can tell, cotton-owned bindings from either the outside sources or the outside sources serving as an influence to bind you down, enchanting, distracting, and leaving you stuck. Now, it can play both ways. Outside influences can cause that. Someone telling you not good enough, can't do this, can't do that. Put you in a bind. And, well, that's what happens. They seek to manipulate you more and more. And on top of another level, when you they start conditioning your brain that way, you start questioning yourself or doubting it. But remember, you can't break out of it. The other thing is, too, is when you decide to, let's say, the other person that's binded down, if you decide to empower yourself and get past that, sometimes you end up leaving people behind because they seek to stay in that position, the victim mentality that tends to happen. So, it's sometimes a disappointment to move on to better things. You often wonder why, but it's best to look up and see where you're going. It's fine to look at the ground to see where your feet's at. And you may feel a little down from basically moving on. Even if the path seems rather bleak at first and there's others going in a different direction, if it feels right for you, then go for it. So, what can we stem from this? The devil's got me on lockdown now. I'm caught now, questioning my thoughts as I'm caught in that type of rot. And yet I feel so lost when I'm locked in the binds with those others that share my kind, with those others that share my kind of thoughts within this current moment, as we look for some type of devotion to get that motion going and ever flowing. Devil's got me locked in a bind. The devil's got me locked in a bind. The devil's got me locked in a bind with my kind. So I seek with my struggles, to get out of my bubble, my bindings, looking for the timing, but I have to look within myself to get my shit together, to make it all better, to get my shit together, make it all better, even if it's a painful process, because we're just fucked and flawless, So, it's a perfect moment Devil's got me locked in a bind. The devil's got me locked in a bind. The devil's got me locked in a bind. The devil's got me locked in a bind. With my kind, with my kind, with my kind. Then, as you have moments to contemplate and concentrate, and you can't help but vibrate, can't help but vibrate to break out of those bindings. Cause you no longer fit to what they exist. So you move past that hypnosis, going off like an explosive. Yeah. Then, when you break out of it, you may have your doubts, but you're no longer mouthless as you seek to find your truth and put yourself to use and go beyond the abuse. So even if that path seems lonely and the moment seems so stony, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead and lift your goddamn head. Lift your goddamn head so you can see in front of you and just embrace that view. Embrace that view as you continue to walk on.